warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now, setelah liburan Lebaran ya, kita akan melanjutkan topik pembahasan bahasa Inggris yaitu di unit 8 mengenai part of body tree and trunk and body shape. Jadi trunk itu bagian tubuhnya, kemudian bentuk tubuh dan passive voice. Mungkin nanti kita akan lebih banyak belajar yang vocabulary dulu ya. Kemudian reading. Learn more about your body shape. The majority of women fell into one of 8 female body types above. Prior to the body, most females were taught they were either an apple or pear body type. This study revealed that women have much broader spectrum of body shapes. Once you know what body types you are, you can begin to work with your body shape. Oke, jadi di sini kalian akan belajar jenis-jenis bentuk tubuh gitu, dan akan dijelaskan karakteristik masing-masing dari bentuk tubuhnya. Kemudian yang pertama straight atau lurus gitu ya. You have the most common body type. Over 45% of women have straight body shape, sometimes called rectangle or ruler. This means that your hips and bust are balanced and your waist is not very defined. You probably have a bottom that is more flat than round. You tend to gain weight in your torso first and then your upper thighs and arms. Your lower legs are always shapely and one of your best assets. Okay, and then pear. As a pear body type, sometimes called triangle. Your hips are larger than your bust and you have a nicely defined waist. You have an elegant neck and proportionally slim arms and shoulders. Your first gain weight in your bottom and legs float by your tummy and upper body. Your waist is your best asset, so don't be afraid to show it off. And then number 3, spoon. As a spoon body type, sometimes called triangle. Okay, your hips, triangle, your hips are larger than your bust and you have defined weights. Your hips have a self appearance. You are prone to gaining weight in your tummy and you have tendency toward love handles. While you might weight in your upper thighs and upper arms, your lower legs and arm are shapely and your best assets. Oke, hourglass ini kayak jam jam pasir ya. Lucky you have the hourglass body type that the most women strive for. Your bust and hips are well balanced and you have a beautifully defined waist. You have gently rounded shoulders that align nicely with your hips. Your waist is obvious and gracefully curves out to your hips. You must likely have a round bottom and beautiful side as well as front profile. Your upper body is proportionate in length to your legs, which are shapely. From top to bottom, you are a picture of harmony and balance. Then top hourglass. As a top hourglass body type, you have a beautifully defined waist and bust that is larger than your hips. You have gently rounded shoulders that line nicely with your hips. Your waist is obvious and gracefully curves out to your hips. You must likely have a rounded body, have a rounded bottom and beautiful side as well as front profile. Your upper body is proportionate in length to your legs, which are shapely. Oke, jadi kalau tadi secara singkat, kalau straight ini yang lurus ya, dan katanya dibilang kebanyakan perempuan bentuknya ini lurus, biasanya disebut kayak rectangle itu kayak kotak atau ruler, penggaris lurus ya, karena penggaris kan lurus gitu. Di mana ini katanya biasanya hips, kemudian bust ini dari dada, dari waist ini pinggang gitu loh. Jadi biasanya datar gitu loh. And then kalau pear itu biasanya triangle atau kayak segitiga. Hipsnya itu di pinggulnya itu lebih besar daripada ini bokongnya, kemudian tapi di waistnya sudah lebih kelihatan. Nah, sama kalau spoon sama pear ini sama-sama dipanggil triangle juga, tapi dia itu bedanya dia kalau kalau berat badannya meningkat, kalau di spoon ini dia lebih banyak ke perut gitu. Kemudian kalau hourglass ini yang bentuk yang banyak pada mau ya, mungkin kayak apa sih namanya? Kayak jam pasir yang bentuk kayak kalau kita ngomong kayak apa sih namanya, kayak gitar gitar Spanyol gitu ya, maksudnya bentuknya itu indah lah, curve-nya gitu kan. Your waist is obvious and gracefully curves out, jadi bentuknya itu benar-benar berbentuk, jadi cantik lah gitu loh, kelihatan indah gitu loh. Kemudian ini ada juga top hourglass. Okay, and then part of trunk or lower body. Trunk or torso is an anatomical term for the center part of the many animals' bodies, including that of the human, from which attend the neck and limbs. Major organ. Most critical organ are housed within the trunk. In the upper chest, the heart and lungs are protected by rib cage, and the abdomen contains the majority of organ responsible for digestions. The liver, which respectively produce bowels necessary for digestions, the large and small intestine, which extract nutrients from food, the anus, from which fecal waste are extracted, the rectum, which stores feces, the gallbladder, which stores and concentrates bile and produces seams, the ureters, which passes urine to the bladder, which stores urine, and the urethra, which extracts urine and passes sperm through the seminal vesicles. Finally, the pelvic region houses both the male and female reproductive organ. Lower body, below the waist, on the left and the right are the hips. Kan di bawah pinggang itu apa namanya, panggul. Between the hips are the reproductive organs, the penis for male and the vagina for female. At the back of the lower body are the buttock for sitting on gitu. Jadi kan di bawah pinggul ada organ reproduksi, yaitu penis untuk laki-laki dan vagina untuk perempuan. Di bawahnya ada apa namanya, bokong ya kan. They are also commonly referred as the rear end or the bum. Bisa jadi bokong itu bahasa Inggrisnya bisa buttocks, rear end, atau bum. The internal organs in the lower body include the intestine for digesting food, the bladder for holding liquid waste, as well as the liver and the kidneys. This area also contains the woman uterus, which holds a baby when a woman is pregnant. Oke, jadi ini penjelasan tentang bagian tubuh dari tadi bentuk tubuhnya, kemudian di bagian trunk itu apa sih namanya, di bagian daerah dada, perut gitu, dan lower body bagian bawahnya. Di unit ini ada exercise-nya, bisa kalian kerjakan untuk unit unit 8 ini ya, exercise dari 1 sampai 9 nanti bisa di-emailkan oleh si Pen seperti biasa. Kemudian kalau ini adalah passive sentence. Passive sentence itu adalah sama dengan bahasa Indonesia ya, ada kalimat aktif dan kalimat pasif gitu. Kalau kalimat aktif itu dia bentuknya kayak kita kalau mu ya gitu loh. Nah, kayak ini kan active the most at the cheese. Jadi kayak tikus memakan keju gitu loh. Nah, kalau kita merubah pasif itu biasanya ciri khasnya itu adalah dia itu be plus past participle. Jadi pakai bentuk lampau. The cheese was eaten, kemudian ada by. Ciri dari kalimat pasifnya itu adalah ada siapa yang melakukan, by the mouse. Jadi kalau misalnya itu the cheese was eaten by the mouse, jadi keju dimakan oleh tikus gitu. Nah, ini contohnya lagi, corn is grown by farmer. Sarah was surprised. The report will be written by Mary. Nah, ini juga semuanya bentuk pasif gitu loh, bentuk pasif ketika ini kan jelas jagung ditumbuhkan maksudnya oleh petani. Sarah was surprised. Nah, ini biasanya ada lagi by siapa gitu, by her friends, by her family gitu loh. The report will be written by. Jadi kalau yang pasif itu biasanya itu pasti di belakangnya itu ada by-nya. Ini kalau kita lihat contohnya, farmer grown corns. Corn is grown by farmer. The news surprised Sarah. Sarah was surprised by the news. Kemudian ini juga kita lihat kalau present perfect, Jack has mailed the letter. The letter has been mailed by Jack. Mr. Lee will plan the meeting. The meeting will be planned by Mr. Lee. Nah, ini contohnya simple present, simple past. Nah, ini tolong kalian kerjakan untuk latihannya bagaimana merubah dari bentuk bentuk aktifnya ke bentuk pasnya. Oke, I think that's all. Nanti apabila datanya jawab bisa lah dari lewat si pen. Oke, thank you and good luck in doing your exercise.